News, a service, a Barong Insurance Agency. A Custer County official announces his resignation. That's our big story for 7:30. I'm John Matthews. Custer County OSU Extension Director Larry Bryant says he is stepping down from his position, and today will be his final day in the office. He says he is returning to his career in agriculture education and will teach in Cordell. Bryant shared more about his new opportunity.
I'm looking forward to it, to building kids. You know, kids are kind of like wheat. You plant them, you fertilize them, and watch them grow. I think we hear all the things about kids and the young people today, but there's still lots of good ones out there. But I have thoroughly enjoyed working for Custer County, for OSU, and the people in Custer County, the producers have been so good. We've got so many of them involved now in like water tests. When I came on board, I don't remember doing the first water test. In the last 2 months, we've done over 100.
Bryant says 4-H educator Ashlyn Hunter will serve as the new county extension director. Officials with the city of Clinton say a section of Route 66 and Commerce Road will be closed from 2230 Road west to I-40 exit 62 for traffic safety repair work. Officials say the closure could possibly take 2 days as overlays are installed. Drivers are encouraged to use alternate routes. The City of Thomas officials say plans for an upcoming water well project. Kyra Huckabee has more.
The City of Thomas will be modifying a state grant for a well water project, says Mayor Jeff Gose.
We're going to be able to revitalize our water well field that we've got with 3 wells currently that have older submersible pumps that are not really up to par as far as the amount of water they supply, and we're going to be able to not have any cost in that, hopefully, if it all works out like we have it planned, and be able to use the existing grant, probably about $100,000, to revitalize 3 of our wells. It's going to be a really good thing.
Gose says the city has gotten verbal confirmation and is waiting for written verification to modify the grant for the project. I'm Kyra Huckabee for Right Radio News.
Thank you, Kyra. State Treasurer Todd Russ of Cordell was in Weatherford last night for a meet and greet with the public. Russ is seeking another term as state treasurer.
The state treasurer is the bank CEO for the state of Oklahoma's money. Me having a bank CEO background and 30-plus years in banking and business has been a perfect match. When I came in, I started repricing stuff. We had services that were 80% over the market being charged to the state. We had the custodial banks that weren't doing anything with the overnight deposits and paid us $350,000 one year, and I turned that into $10 million the next year, doing the right thing with it. It'll be about $14 million this year. When I came in the Treasury, I managed an $18 billion portfolio. The year before I came in, they made $80 million on that. Last year, I made $450 million, and I'm going to break that this year.
Russ is challenged by Republican Cindy Byrd. We'll have more news coming up next.
I'm talking to Michael Barong of Barong Insurance. Michael, tell me a little bit about why you think people should do business with Barong Insurance.
You know, I've got customers that I've been doing this 14 years now. Those customers, I really know them well at this point, and just try and do the best that I can to take care of them for what I know their long-term goals are. Planning-wise, that's different. You know, that's different than just a short-term perspective.
For all types of insurance, it's Barong Insurance, the agency service-built. Barong Insurance.
Weatherford Mayor Mike Brown says the Stafford Air and Space Museum had its largest money in sales receipts last month.
It was over $50,000 that was brought in at the museum, and that's attributed to the amount of people, the different projects that we've got going on out there. I don't know what it is today. The first few months, we were seeing over a 60% increase in visitors and amount of money spent.
Brown says the Heartland Museum in Weatherford is also experiencing increased attendance this year. The Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics officials say yesterday the courts awarded 6 horses from an Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics stop last month to the Blaze Tribute Equine Rescue after the court ruled the horses were considered abandoned. The horses were being transported in a trailer used to traffic 160 kilos of cocaine across the U.S. OBN spokesman Mark Woodward says the traffic stop occurred on I-40 in western Oklahoma in Canadian County. The Elk City Route 66 Festival kicks off today at Ackley Park. Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Susie Cupp says an open car cruise will be from 8 to 10 this evening, along with many other events.
We have food vendors, exhibitors, inflatables, blood drive Friday night, free park activities Friday night, and then we have our big concerts. So we'll have Tyler Wilhelm opening, And then we have Frankie Ballard from 9 to 10:30, and then 6:30 to 8 is Tyler. All of that's free. The concerts are.
Cup says there will be a cost to participate in the night swim this evening. Here's state news with the Radio Oklahoma Network.
News of the Radio Oklahoma News Network. I'm Ken Johnson. Republican gubernatorial candidates in a recent debate had the chance to say why they, and not Mike Mazzei, should have received Donald Trump's endorsement. Gentner Drummond says he puts more merit in his record as AG and stood with Trump in every way.
We deliver on the promises, we support President Trump's agenda, and he has the support of Oklahoma.
Drummond says he sued the Biden administration 17 times and works almost daily with ICE and Homeland Security. The nation's largest Baptist denomination voting overwhelmingly to advance a constitutional amendment formally banning women pastors in the Southern Baptist Convention. The vote reinforces the denomination's stance on biblical leadership roles. A final vote is set for next year. Radio Oklahoma News Network, I'm Ken Johnson.
News at 7:30, a service of Barong Insurance Agency. Coming up next, we'll look at local funeral notices after word from Lee Hometown Funeral Home.
Lee Hometown Funeral Home of Clinton is here for you, offering local, compassionate service with true hometown values. Did you know all veterans receive 15% off any service? And if you've already made arrangements elsewhere, we honor and accept all prepaid funerals and cremations from any other funeral home. At Lee Hometown Funeral Home, you can trust that your wishes will be honored by the people you know and trust. Come to Lee Hometown Funeral Home, where the Lee family tradition continues.
Graveside services for 89-year-old Melvin Floyd Bain Sr. will be held today at 11 o'clock at the Dempsey Cemetery in Cheyenne. Services under the direction of Martin Duggar Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Elk City. Funeral services for Johnny Lee Gerald will be held today at 1 o'clock at the Oney Baptist Church. He worked hauling cattle. Burial will follow in the Sickles Cemetery under the direction of Turner Funeral Home of Binger. A celebration of life for 79-year-old Gloria Ann Thrasher will be held today at 2 o'clock at the Winery Funeral Service and Cremation Center Chapel in Elk City. Final resting place will be at the Porch Cemetery in Carter. Today's funeral notices, a service of Brandon Lee at Lee Hometown Funeral Home in Clinton.